What's up, Facebook? Shuswap Eats. I'm here with the wonderful Jody, owner of Tapped Truck. If you have not seen this beautiful machine on Instagram, you're going to. This is going to be an amazingly popular business here coming in the next summer. Lots of parties, lots of beer to pour.
Parties, anniversaries, weddings, outdoor festivals, you name it, we're there.
So where have you gone this year?
So this year we service primarily the Shuswap region. So
Right.
we did events in Kamloops, Blind Bay, Salmon Arm, Vernon.
Right. Okay. Now I want to take you right back to the beginning.
Sure.
The idea of this.
Yes.
Why? Why did you make a beer truck? As magnificent as this thing is,
Yes.
why a beer truck?
So I was wasting time on Facebook, as we tend to do, and something
Yes.
came up on my feed about a champagne truck. And initially I was just like, well, that's ludicrous. Who needs to drink that much champagne ever? You have one glass and you're done.
You have not been to the rich places, apparently.
My taste is not for champagne, clearly, and I just kind of started thinking like, but a beer truck would be kind of cool. Like, I could see how that would be neat. And one thing led to another, and it just kind of took me down this rabbit hole that I didn't return from.
You just kept going down. You're like, I'm this far. You just got to keep going.
You got it.
That's awesome. Now, in the back. Now we're not going to talk about it because the last time I tried to transport a keg, it went horrible. It was
Yes.
for my wedding. It was not cold enough.
Yes.
I tried to put it in an ice bath to cool it down overnight. It did not
Totally.
work. It still frothed in the morning. It was garbage.
Yes.
How much time and research, how many questions did you have to ask to figure that out?
Yeah, I feel like every time I thought I was done asking questions, like I just pushed myself to ask two more. Like that was the rule I had in research. And we feel your pain. Like that was a big part of the beer truck technology that we worked to develop. Was just we've had keggers before,
Yeah.
where you're trying to find a beer can that's big enough to, or sorry, a garbage can that's big enough to put the keg in. You're hand pumping,
Yep.
foam everywhere.
Yeah, like a frat party.
100%. And we're like, I mean, me and my husband were in our 30s now. Like, we shouldn't have to drink bad beer.
I'm
and-
sophisticated.
I'm sophisticated enough to drink good beer. And so we set out to solve that problem. We did a ton of research. We met with everything from restaurant owners to find out how to pour beer, what mistakes they learned, to other similar models in other countries, just to talk to them about what they learned in their process. Don't get me wrong, as much research as we did, there was still a lot of really messy mistakes we made along the way.
A lot of unknown unknowns.
100%. Being the first of our kind in Canada, like, it's very difficult,
Mhm.
I think, to like do all of your homework because we didn't know necessarily what questions to ask all the time. And so a lot of it was learning as we go. And like I said, just every time you think you've asked every question you can think of,
There's always more.
just ask two more.
Yes, and I believe that now. How much of your answers came from restaurateurs versus just searching for it on Google?
Oh no, like Google only gets you so far. Like I just believe you don't get an opportunity to understand the nuances and to ask that extra question or to get that extra information outside of the question you're asking. Like Google answers the question you're asking,
Mhm.
but if you don't know the 2 or 3 questions you need to follow up with, you're stuck in that box. Whereas when you're dealing with an actual human, chances are they're going to lead you to question 2 or 3.
Yeah, they're gonna remember a little bit of something, and just
Fully.
lead you down further that rabbit hole.
100%. And we couldn't have done it without actual interviews with humans.
That's cool. Now, in my experience, talking to another person, they're more than gladly to give up a lot of information as long as you talk about them and what they like. Now, a lot of people are actually willing to actually help you out.
Yeah,
Just-
I would say 100%. Like when we shared with them broadly what our idea was, like they
Yep.
were just like, oh, we would love to have one of those in our community. And so that certainly helped us. I think sharing the vision and like our passion, like my passion, like I've never poured a beer in my life. I've never worked in a restaurant in my life. Like
That's
this was all new
amazing.
for me. My passion really comes down to solving a business problem, and I saw that there's a problem with how we enjoy beer, like at public events. Why are we drinking the red can?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
At local events, we have so much cool local craft
We
products.
do. We have Mount Bagby. We have all sorts of great craft beers around
And
here.
so it seemed a shame, and so I was just like, this is a business problem that seems perfectly solvable. And so
That's
where my
fantastic.
passion came from. The pouring and everything is fun, but we love, me and my husband, like we loves craft
It was the
beer.
business, it was the beer, and that's amazing.
100%.
Now, you got into the entrepreneur.
Yes.
Now, how much do you think that program has helped you jumpstart it? And do you suggest other people do it?
Fully.
Why?
100%. So, I went into entrepreneur without an idea. So
With no idea?
with no idea. I was
Really?
just like, we've only been in the community for 2 years.
Okay.
So I just saw it as an opportunity to network and meet like-minded entrepreneurial
Yeah.
spirits. When this idea kind of came to me within the first month of launch, I was like, okay, I think I can run with this through this program. It's business boot camp. So not only are you making amazing humans, like they're really walking you through how to develop a solid business strategy and plan that, yeah, will move you forward, but will also help you with things like funding, bank loans, like all of the
Understanding more of the traditional business way things are done, sort of.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a lot of things where a lot of people they have a great business idea, they want to go for it, but there's so many things that just people don't know about the traditional business that they really need to, otherwise it's right on your face.
100%.
And it's a terrible thing.
Yeah, and then like to have the opportunity to pitch the business in front of the entire theater, so 300 people from our community.
How
Plus the
did you
panel
feel in
judges.
there? Was that like
Oh, it's
butterflies?
the hardest thing I've ever done, 100%. Like it's one thing to go up and speak. Like I come from a sales background, so going up and speaking in front of a boardroom is one thing, and doing it like I can do that, that's fine. But when you're talking about something that's near and dear to your heart, like building a business becomes integral to the fabric of your being.
Yeah,
You
it's a
become quite
baby.
attached to it.
It's a baby.
And so, pitching to be the best in the community and to be judged by your peers, like, it's scary. And I give kudos to everyone who has the balls to do it because it
Yeah.
takes incredible courage. I can say after that, the very first event we did was because of Launchpreneur. So Shadow and Medispa and Salmon Arm reached out to us for their customer appreciation event solely because they saw us at launch.
That's cool.
And we've since had like wedding inquiries and things like that. And we always ask, how did you hear about us? And I always say we still get 2 or 3 every month or two. We saw you at launch.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Now you obviously have a fantastic truck. It's a Ford 250?
It's a Ford, camper special. So she's an F-250 with an 8-foot box. So
An 8-foot, but that
Yeah.
sounds rare.
it is very rare. We were very lucky when we came across her because the box would she's a 3/4 ton, so she has the pull.
Got
to-
the
to
up, get up
carry
and
weight.
go, and yep.
And the box is definitely the right size for us to do up to 6 kegs at a time.
6 kegs. Now, do you obviously have 6 taps? Now, do you do 6 different flavors?
Fully, we can do whatever you hire us to do. So we can do beer, we can do cider, we can do wine, we can do cocktails on tap, we can do soda, we
Hang
can
on,
do kombucha.
cocktails on tap.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so we have a supplier that we use, so we can do smoked Coke with either rum or Jack. We do Moscow Mule, so it's a ginger beer with vodka and gin. And then we do, it's a gin with rosé crush it's a tonic with rosé crush for gin and tonic.
That is mind blowing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought it was just going to be beer, but no, you just expanded my horizons.
Yes. We're kind of like a one-stop shop, like I don't think people realize the possibility of what you can actually serve on tap. We're also happy to pop cans and pour wine for you, for sure. We understand like a keg is a big commitment.
Right.
So we're able to supplement our bar service that way. But it is kind of remarkable what we can put on the truck.
Yeah, no, definitely is. So how does your business actually work? So the business owner gets the license, and then you just come and pour.
Exactly. So we're a mobile bartending service. So the host, that's how we refer to who hires us.
Yeah.
The host holds permit or already has a license. Like we've done golf course tournaments where we do hole sponsorship and pour beer at one of the holes. In that case, like a permit isn't required. They already have a liquor license as long as we're where they're allowed to serve liquor. We don't buy or sell the beer. So again, for like local businesses, like when we work with a golf course or a hotel, they still get the opportunity to sell their beer. It's just we're giving them a vehicle, literally, from which to dispense the beer.
That is so cool. That's so cool. But back to your passion about beer.
Yes.
Why do you have a passion about beer?
I think more than anything, it's this idea that beer you sit down and have a beer. You talk about Miller time. Like, there's something fun.
Community
and
about it.
Community for sure. I also love that it really has encouraged an entire new generation of makers, entrepreneurs, like to get together and do something. I hate like the big beers. They're boring.
They're tasteless.
They're just like
They taste like tin.
not all of them. But like, they're just and so like what better way to bring money back in your community than by supporting local? And the fact that we have so much option with local beer.
You know what amazes me is how many wineries around here.
Yes, and that.
Like, wait.
And
Can
cideries.
we dispense wine?
We can, yeah. So there is some wine that comes in kegs, and we're able to
There
pass it.
is?
Yeah.
Is it better than boxed wine? Or is it worse?
Yeah. Well, you have your options, so I guess it depends which wine you choose.
All right. So one of your favorite beers is Nasty Habit by Mount Begbie.
Yes.
Why?
You know, it's a very approachable IPA, so I really like IPAs. I feel IPAs can be kind of scary for someone who's new to craft.
From someone who has no idea what an IPA is,
Okay.
what is an IPA?
So it's an Indian pale ale. And when we're talking to, I would say, a consumer who is used to the big box beers, oftentimes they're afraid of an Indian pale ale because the IBU, so that's the bitterness unit in the beer, is very high. So it has that hoppy flavor
Yeah.
that sometimes a non-craft beer drinker shies away from. In very plain language. So we love the Nasty Habit. I mean, it's called the Nasty Habit.
For a reason? For a reason?
We love the name. We love Mount Begbie Brewery. We find they have great flavor profiles, a great diversity in flavor profiles. We very frequently serve the Mount Begbie Kolsch in the summertime because big box drinkers find it very approachable. And they can still say that they're having a craft beer, and it's not scary. It's a very light, easy summer drinking beer.
That's really cool.
I find IPAs are perfect for the transition into fall, because as we go into winter, we're going to go into probably more of the like a Crannog, Backhand of God, like the heavier stouts and browns.
It is a heavy beer.
Yes,
but it
whereas
is
the
a good beer.
IPA is a good seasonal transistor. Like it's
Okay.
getting you from.
So what do you prefer in the summertime then? Because for me,
Yeah.
I like beer,
Okay.
but I'm not like a connoisseur of beer. Like I'll drink this at this time of season and this at this time of season, that with that meal and that with fish and
Sure.
like
It's just beer. If it's
Exactly,
wet and cold,
it's beer.
it's good. It's awesome.
So what about beer that makes it specifically for season for you?
I think it's just the weight of it. Like in summertime, you're out in your bikini,
Okay.
and so you want a lighter beer, an easier drinking beer. As you move into fall, like you might still have a couple beers, like watching football or hockey, but it's probably a little slower, a little chill. It's a little chilly outside.
Mhm.
And then as you get into winter, like there's something about like a nutty chestnut brown. Like we love the Whistler Chestnut Ale. As a good transition beer as well. We love Crannog's Backhand of God in the winter time. Like it's an Irish stout. Like these beautiful heavy beers just kind of lend themselves, I think, to the season.
That's really cool. Well, it's 11 in the morning and you have self-respect, so you're not going to drink that or even try it. But as host, I'm going to force myself to do so.
He's gonna force himself.
Exactly. Lucky I have a cameraman here. He's going to drive home.
Okay. Awesome.
That is a refreshing beer.
Yeah, we quite like
That
it.
is a super good beer. Anything you want to say to the people?
No,
Anything you want to ask the Shuswapians?
I guess just, when you're ready to get tapped in the shoe or tapped in the OKV, we hope you'll give us a call. You can find us on all of the socials at the Tapped Truck or at thetappedtruck.com.
Tattruck.com. That's amazing. I can't wait to see you in the Shuswap and come by and slam some beers with you.
Awesome.
I'll get the rugby club together.
Okay.
We'll come by and we'll do a boat race.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
All right. Cheers.
It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
Thanks everyone for listening. Your attention means the world to me. Please, please, please share this, pass it on, and tell your friends it's the best podcast in the Shuswap. Let me know what you thought. Have a good day.